It is not what we have or have not, it is that what we use or use not.
Sure, I will share the secret of happiness, but don't keep it as a secret. Share it with everyone around.
Welcome to World Humanitarian Drive, WHD. And this time, WHD Malaysia brings to you beautiful online conference called New Normal, Challenges and Choices Between Differently Able versus COVID-19. All viewers, supporters, audiences from Malaysia and friends, apparently we are watching this online conference live with more than 12 countries around the world. Today, WHD Malaysia brings together 8 guest speakers from 5 countries, 4 from Malaysia, 1 from France, 1 from Russia, 1 from India, and another one from Germany. Dr. Fajila Azad is an international life coach. Also, she is a master NLP practitioner and master author, speaker, and poet. She has tried, tested, proved that approach to change is simple and practical. She has authored numerous books and received many awards, notably the Achievement Award from the Governor of Tamil Nadu, India. So we are very glad to have Dr. Fajila Azad in this dialogue. Please welcome Dr. Fajila.
Greetings to all great souls. I'm happy to be here in this great forum.
I'm a happiness ambassador. I'm giving talks in the media, writing columns in the magazines, making an awareness about self-love, because self-love is the foundation for everything. Only if we feel ourselves, we could feel anybody else around us. We will have a tolerance level to cope up with the people around us. Above all this, I prefer to stand tall as a humanitarian, as you all do, by creating, making, doing all the ways possible, way ahead to the humanity. Being a moderator, being a facilitator, I met several people with a slight shadows of sorrows in them. When I see people, I'll see them with a question, why me? Why is it happening to me? As a counselor, I face all such things from them. When they start saying, I have this problem, I have that problem, I say, well, you can go proceed with all those you feel as a problem. But just for now, replace the word problem as a challenge. So, believe me, they will start saying, I have this challenge. I had that challenge. You know what? I got this challenge. But I could see the tone changes, the face changes, the posture changes. People might ask me, how could a word can make a change? Is it possible? I face this question in all the interviews. I immediately ask them, are you ready to take a problem? What will they say? Will anybody be ready to take a problem? They say, no, why should we? Then I ask, are you ready to take a challenge? For sure, everybody will come forward to take a challenge, to show their skill. That is the word could make a change. So being an NLP practitioner, we know how the words could make a magic in the neurons in the brain. So this is the way we take things movable. And now here, I really got reminded of the campaigns the UN took to replace the name with the differently abled from what prevailed before that. That time, our ex-chief minister of South India, Tamil Nadu, Dr. Kalenga, he took initiative and recognized. He pioneered to change the name, and he found a very apt name in Tamil, Matu Tiranali. And he didn't end up by that. He took more other steps. A lot of schemes he introduced to facilitate that differently abled people. I suppose the word would have influenced him as well. The ability, it is just the ability is differently made. They have the ability. So he introduced reservations, the quotas in the government jobs and elsewhere. That was followed in all the other areas, other regions in India. And believe me, I really feel these are not the benefits to the differently abled people. These are really benefit to the nation, to the world, as we could use the abilities of the differently abled people who challenges the challenges just like that. Thank you.
Dr. Fajila, the first question for you would be, is COVID time more challenging for differently abled persons?
Well, before I directly tell you the answer is no, I would like to tell my experience with the clients. I got a client with saying that I don't have this, I don't have that. I'm really suffering due to this COVID period.
I'm already suffering. This made me to suffer more. I asked her to write down what she has instead of what she doesn't have.
She started to write, and then I asked her to read it loud. She was reading, then she herself was amazing that she has more than she didn't have. Then I asked her, go on doing things with what you have. It is not what we have or have not. It is that what we use or we use not.
If you start using what you have, the whole life is not enough for you. Then I made her understand the power of the unconscious mind. If we could make use of it, the life would be very easy.
We don't need to compare ourselves with anybody else around us.
The power of the car is measured by the power of the engine, which differs between each model of the car. Whereas the power of the human is measured by the power of the unconscious mind, which is measured arithmetically as 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 11. It is equal to stars in the galaxy, sand particles in the beach. This power doesn't differ from people to people.
It doesn't have any race or any gender. Every individual, no matter what position they are in, what state they are in, they possess such a power. It is the belief that we have. It is that comfort zone we were in. Comfort zone is nothing but the habit zone we were in, makes us to believe that this is the power we have. So by understanding the power of us, just by making a small changes, just by making availability of some facilities, we can cope up with the situation, no matter what it is, COVID or anything else. We can cope up in our life.
Thank you, Dr. Fajila. Now, the next question for you would be, could you share with us the secret of happiness in any situation?
Sure, I will share the secret of happiness, but don't keep it as a secret. Share it with everyone around.
Normally what we say, the secret of happiness lies in the dream come true by buying the property or studying what we dreamt of. But really, the secret lies in the hormones, the creation of hormones. To name it as, we can say dose. It is the dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and the endorphins. The dopamine, as the name suggests, it secretes when we achieve something, when we do something. And the oxytocin is related to the relationships. And the serotonin is related to the service to the society. And the endorphins is related to exercise we do. The true happiness is when we achieve
Something. When we do service to the society, when we hang out with people we like, and when we do physical activities, these happiness hormones secrete.
Again, the secret inside us, it's upon the thought that
You feel and believe that you achieved something. You might have seen somebody who scored 80 marks and don't believe achieved and feel sad. On the other hand, somebody who scored just 40 marks believe they achieved something and feel happy. Simply by believing that you achieved something, the happiness hormones secrete and that influence you to achieve something in reality. This is the secret of happiness.
Thank you, Dr. Fajila, for that interesting sharing.
Dr. Fajila Azad from India. Congratulations, Doctor.